Hello, Universal Star, and welcome to the Star Family. This is the first video that I'm recording with that new name of the channel and of our community being announced. I would absolutely love to go into the story of how Universal Star came to me, as well as how Ari Star came to me, because Ari Star is a gift from the gods, a gift from the heavens, a gift from my inner world, which God, heaven, and the inner world are all the same, really. Or they can be, I guess. It depends on everyone's experience, but anyways, the reason why you're just hearing my voice today is because there is going to be a guided meditation in this video. So I've decided to make this video just a voice video. So if you want to find yourself in a comfortable space where you have the ability to really drop in and listen to these stories and then transition into a guided meditation, that would be amazing. Before the guided meditation begins, I just wanted to update you on the name of the channel and a little update on what's happening in my life, in my world, and then we will join worlds together in the guided meditation. Sound good? Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming to this virtual gathering, this timeless meeting that seems to go on and on and on and is available at any time. I want you to just take the time and notice how many things there are right now in this world like that. It's something that is happening eternally, such as this piece of content. It happens whenever you decide to press play. And we can use that truth. We can use that way of seeing this one piece of content as a way of awakening and expanding our perception of our life. Everything that you choose to do, well, I should say most of what you choose to do, is happening forever. The choice for me specifically to record this audio in a way, it doesn't come available to me forever. There are certain factors such as having a device that can record my voice, having the ability to speak. However, those two abilities, those necessary factors that influence this moment happening, are available to me and have been available to me for a very long time, it seems. So it seems that something like this is available to me forever. And I invite you to take the time to notice the things in your life that are available to you forever. And maybe there are some things in your life that are available to you right now that you know won't be available to you forever. Maybe it's telling your kids a bedtime story because you feel that soon they might not want that as they get older. Or maybe it's creating a certain piece of art because you're going through a certain feeling and you know if you paint right now as you're feeling the feeling you're feeling right now, you'll have a piece of art that you would never have in any other way or any other day when you were feeling the feeling that you're feeling. It's important to reflect on what is available to us and which of those things that we're choosing and why we are choosing those things. What is guiding us? What is leading us? Are we connected to the true source of light? Are we connected to the light that wants the best for us, that wants prosperity for us? one of my favorite stories about following lights is a story that involves sea turtles. When sea turtles hatch on the beach, they hatch a few feet away from the ocean. And science has described to us that the way that these sea turtles get to the ocean is by following the light of the moon. Now, in cities that have a few different lights around the ocean, the lights of the buildings, the lights of the cars, in those cities with those beaches, there are a few sea turtles that see the light, and they hatch and they see the lights of the city, they see the lights of the car, and they start moving that way, and those sea turtles don't live. When I heard this story, the only thing I could think of was my own life. I instantly thought of, what is it in my life that is the light of the moon? What is it in my life that guides me towards the beautiful ocean that I'm meant to swim in? And what is it that guides me towards a road where I could get hit by a car? It's an extreme metaphor, but I believe it's very potent for self-reflection, to reflect on what we are motivated by and what it is out there energetically in our future that seems to be guiding us. Is it a greater income? Is it a big mission that we have to see people around us in our community happier and healthier? Is it something that was introduced to us by our parents, and maybe that's not something we want to be guided by anymore? Maybe we want to be guided by something that's introduced to us here in this moment now. Maybe something will drop into your reality in this moment that will serve as a moonlight for you. So if it feels good for you, you are invited to take a very deep breath in this moment and digest what it is that you've just heard. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And next, I'd love to tell you more about your light. I want you to focus inside and imagine that you can see a beautiful light in your being. The one thing missing from the sea turtle story is that the sea turtle itself is a great light in this world, following the lights of the world. And that is what you are as well. A great light in this world, a great star descended down from a heavenly space to occupy a physical space on a physical planet that we have collectively decided to call Earth. Notice how our language is simply collective decisions. Notice how if our collective decided we would like to rename our planet, we could. We would just need to collectively decide that. But for now, we have collectively decided it Earth. And this YouTube channel, which is collectively ours. However, I happen to be the voice of the channel, and I happen to be the leader of the channel, and I'm here making most of the decisions for the channel on my own. Unless you count my spirit guides and God and the angels and my spirit and my light as members of the decision-making process. A great decision has been made to rename this channel Universal Stars. I'm considering adding "the" to the title, the universal stars. However, I think I like universal stars now that I'm saying it out loud. We are all stars, and we are part of a star family. I call you star family because I consider you to be a member of my family. I consider everything in my reality to be my family. I invite you to do the same, but you don't have to. So, that's the story of universal stars and star family. There's not really much to it. Ari Star is a name that I myself received when I was meditating. I saw a great vision of myself speaking to a large crowd, and I saw in that vision that I was calling myself Ari Star. This was about 2 years ago, and I did not begin going by the name Ari Star right away. It's had a energetic frequency that has taken me quite some time to move into and choose. And here I am today. I even told my grandma yesterday that I would like to be called Ari, and I told her that my last name is Star, and maybe someday legally Star as well, but for now, it's my name, Ari Star. It was a big step for me to tell my grandmother, and my grandmother loved it. She told me a story about her own journey of choosing what she liked to be called, because her name is Margaret, and she never liked being called Margaret, but she does like being called Marge. And she told me this really cute story about how she found herself assertively telling people that her name is Marge, not Margaret. And it was beautiful. I felt that she was telling me that story to reflect her appreciation and her acknowledgement and her support of me choosing the name Ari, which I feel like I could bring some value to some of you in this moment by mentioning that's what I've learned to do with, I guess it's not really something that I've learned to do, but it's a way that I've learned to see my family. I see the way that they tell their stories as a way of offering something to me. I used to question and wonder why when I talk about my life, they immediately talk about their life, and I never hear them say something about my life, and it used to really hurt me, and I used to feel really hurt. I used to choose to feel really hurt in conversation with my family because I felt that the attention was never on me. And I've had this shift in perception where I realized that the story that they tell me about their life was in reflection to the story that I was telling about mine. And they weren't randomly, selfishly choosing to tell their story. They weren't ignoring my story. It's quite possible that they were actually deeply listening. And we could even go deeper with this and say, what does it matter if they were listening or not? Can we just be in the moment and appreciate what's here? So, here we are. I am Ari Star, and you are part of the Star family. And I would love to transition into the part of this video where we are going to meditate together. Before we do that, I would love to share with you where it is that this meditation came from and what inspired me to lead you in this meditation, because I feel like that is important. I woke up this morning in a Airbnb that is in Tampa, Florida, and it was my first morning of 30 mornings staying here. I have this place for the entire month of October, and I'm very excited to be here. And there is an absolutely beautiful, vast, open nature area that is part of this Airbnb space. And I was spending time exploring nature this morning. I had my rosary in my hand, and I planned on finding a comfy spot to pray the rosary and spend some time, just me and God. and Holy Mary, Jesus. I sat myself down in an absolutely divine space, a space that is a hammock, and when I lay down in this hammock, I can look up and see so many leaves from so many different trees that are creating this sort of canopy over me, and I'm laying down in the hammock in the perfect way where my head feels supported, my body feels supported, my feet feel supported, everything feels so good and divine, and the space is all to myself, and I feel so open and free. And there is something about trees that makes me feel like I'm getting a hug from all of the entire universe. Something about it. As I was in this space, I began saying the prayers that I was taught by my great-grandmother. We called her Nanny, but her first name is Viola, and my great-grandmother taught us, she taught me how to pray the rosary. I don't know if she taught anyone else how to pray the rosary now that I think about it. It's kind of interesting. I'll have to talk to the other members of my family and see if she taught anyone else to pray the rosary. But she did teach me, and we would do that together. My great-grandmother prayed the rosary every single day. She was an old Italian woman, and she lived, I believe, if I'm correct, she lived to be the age 100. But if I'm wrong, then the other option is 91. But I knew she was very old when she passed away, and she was very full of love and light. And I remember her going for runs with her friends that were her age. She had friends that were living into that age as well. And she had a very amazing life when I was alive to witness her as a young child. So the rosary is special to me for many reasons, but one of the reasons that it is special to me is because of my great-grandmother. And I began praying the prayers of the rosary. And as I was praying these prayers, I had a few different memories come to me. One of them was honoring the reason why the rosary has come back into my life this year, which has to do with my travels. I was divinely guided and led to Salt Lake City, Utah in the month of April, if I'm remembering correctly. It might have been May, but around there, April, May-ish. And I had this amazing experience of walking into this amazing Catholic church, and I hadn't been to the Catholic church in a very long time, and it was so beautiful. And it was in that church that I started to have the desire to want to pray the rosary. And there was this one day that I knew that I needed to pray the rosary, and I have just been doing it quite consistently ever since. It's something that brings me a lot of spiritual connection and peace. So now we're here, and we're about to do a meditation because it was during my prayers this morning that I received the guidance, the idea, the inspiration to lead a guided meditation for you. God is looking out for you because my spirit team, my imagination, my heaven, my intuition, my source, my spirit, my universe, whatever you call it, what's been happening in mine this morning was that I had those creative wheels turning, and I had this beautiful, beautiful meditation idea come to me, and here it is, being birthed right in front of you, with you as witness. And this is another reason why we're a family, because I'm consistently giving birth in front of you, and who else do you give birth for other than your family? If your eyes aren't closed already, please close them. Allow yourself to just breathe. Today's meditation is about you. And before we deeply drop into your space, I want to let you know that I am here because you matter. I am here because you are important. And we have arrived in this space together to deeply feel that and know that. I was called by God to remind you that God created you with a physical body because your physical body is meant to be seen. And if you have in the past or in your present moment experienced the fear of being seen in any way, shape, or form, God has brought us together in this moment so that you could receive the message that your fear of being seen, if not already conquered, shall be conquered in a future moment. And I want you to just breathe and feel what it feels like to be the version of you that is openly, freely, lovingly seen without fear of any kind. And I just want you to feel that for a moment to the greatest capacity that you possibly can. And in a moment, we'll move forward into feeling the same feelings about being heard. Again, God called me to share with you that you have a voice that is heard by others because it is meant to be heard. And if there is any part of you that fears your voice being heard, feel free to let go of anything that does not serve your God above. And I know the God above may be many different things for many different listeners today, so I just want to remind you that my goal here is not to put any beliefs on you at all, but rather to release yourself from any beliefs that hold you back from expressing who it is that you are. So just let yourself be free in this moment to express who you are. And communicate with yourself and ask yourself, how can I express who I am in this moment to myself in this moment? Because myself is the one that is listening and myself is the one that is seeing. So how can I express myself? Can I make a sound? Can I express myself through silence? Can I express myself through movement, through dance, through song, through prayer? Do I need to pause this video and get into my own space? What is it that is important to me? Because I want you to know that as you are honoring space with me as a member of my family, you are honoring yourself. As you are honoring yourself, you are honoring us all. So as you sit, lay down, dance, stand up, move, have eyes closed or open, as you are in your space with me, as you are in this space with me, I want you to know that you are completely free to be what you feel called to be, how you feel called to sound. I want you to astound the entire world with your expression because it is one that is so unique. It is one that only you can express. So as you hold this idea of this unique expression that only you know, let your awareness sit back and enjoy the show because I'm about to reveal a beautiful scene for yourself to experience within yourself to gain more knowledge of who it is that you are. So, awareness, just sit back and be. Maybe you'll notice the eyes closing again. Reveal to yourself a field. This field could take the shape of a beautiful orchestra area, a concert hall, a grass field, a spaceship, a moon, the grass of planet Earth. I just want you to see this open creative field. So just allow yourself to see this space. It could be completely clear and white. It could be one solid color. But just allow yourself to see this open field. And I want you to know that this open field is your space of yourself, your space of awareness. And what you are is the awareness that is witnessing space. So notice that the space that you are witnessing is reflecting what it is you believe your awareness to be in this moment. And if you wish to change the space in any way, you may. Just allow yourself to be completely free to create. Today is a very special day because today there is an orchestra gathering in your space. You might remember this, or this could be news to you. Just allow yourself to feel how you feel about a gathering occurring in the space of your awareness. And you might already start to see some beautiful beings in your space. These beautiful beings represent different aspects and expression of who it is that you truly are. Notice the symphony players. Notice the conductor, the director, the flute players, the organ players. Just notice this beautiful orchestra space and all the different players that are here to give you a beautiful experience of witnessing and knowing yourself. So just let this orchestra gather, knowing that these are inner reflections of you. And watch as these beautiful beings appear to put on a show for you. And for the next few moments, my voice will take a break from guiding so that you can be alone with yourself, your space, your orchestra, or whatever it is that has chosen to come up in your space of awareness today for you to gain a deeper relationship with who you are, the self that you are, the soul that you are, whatever it is that you call the being that is you. Feel free for the next few moments to explore this version that is revealing itself, or the many versions that are revealing. Only you know what happens within you in this space. And when your time deep in this space with yourself, your soul, your expression has come to an end, you will hear my voice again, and I will guide you back into the physical, waking, walking, movement world of doing and being and feeling and receiving. But for now, you have the space to fully and deeply experience yourself. Enjoy, beautiful, vibrant, radiant star. Sit back, be in awe, and enjoy. I hope that you are here enjoying this collection of space and time that has appeared and arranged itself intently for you, for your space of enjoyment. That's all that this earth really is, right? You are free to have your own perception, but my perception of the earth that I feel inspired to share with you as you are in this deep moment of meditation is that everything around you, every space and time has been created with the purpose of you experiencing joy. And if you choose to see the earth and the world that way, everything will change. Earth is an experience of solid space and time that has been created for your greater experience of joy. Could it be that and nothing else? I guess we will move forward to see. Thank you so much for choosing to trust me to guide you through your unique experience of your awareness. It is a responsibility that I am learning more and more every day how big that responsibility is as a meditation guide, as a healer, as a coach. And I hope that this video brought you deep support, needed introspection, powerful guidance from within, and deeper knowing of who it is that you are. I want you to notice in this time, in this moment, if there's a certain way that you feel called to close the space with yourself. Instead of creating a way of closure for all of us, I feel called to just give you the space to close this meditation space in any way that you feel. Some examples are perhaps if you had beings show up in your space, watching them walk away, or maybe you transition from seeing a lot of color inside of you to seeing just a white blank space. Maybe you want to hear the words, "The transmission is complete," or "Space closed," or maybe it feels good for you to feel yourself come back into your body. I personally never resonated with coming back into my body because I feel as I'm meditating, I am deeply in my body. But everyone is different, so continue now, closing your space in a way that feels inspired to you. Maybe you'll witness a candle that was on fire, lighting the light of your awareness, and maybe you'll blow that candle out. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you'll light a candle to represent the light of your awareness glowing inside of you. Please do what you feel called to do. Please allow yourself to see something inside of you that gives you peace and brings you closer into heavenly vibrations, the vibrations that you truly belong in. And I'm going to claim that the space has been closed by you and you are able to come back into the moment of your physical world by opening your eyes whenever you feel called to. I hope that this space was uplifting and productive and valuable to you. I deeply appreciate being here as a member of your star family, your soul family, the family of beings of light that are on earth to guide you. They are here, we are here, I am here. Thank you again for just being you. I hope you have a marvelous day, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Shine on, Star Family.